Um, Maybe this is my last video. Uh, as I sit here quietly, just chilling in the quietness, um, there's like a whole bunch of muted shit going on. Like if you were like back in the days when the dial, those rototill, those phones that you put your finger in the number and then roll it all the way across and it'll click, 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 click. If you were ever on hold on one of those, um, a long time ago, if you like really listen when it's on mute or you're on hold, you could barely like almost hear what's going on, right? And well, I keep getting chest pains, stomach pains, and they 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 know they're doing this to me. They know they're doing this to me, and they pretend like my name is Danny or something. Like they're doing this to someone named Danny, and whoever's doing it to someone named Danny is probably me. Like as if, because I'm sure someone did something to me, and maybe it's like a cruel joke. They're pretending to be me, and they're uh, acting like that person who's supposedly me is like regulating on someone that probably did something to me or something. I don't know, but they're fuck this world and fuck this fucking reality and fuck some piece of shit narrator right now in the distance that keeps acting like this is a joke. Oh, what do you want to say to Danny? What do you want to say to this? Like as I'm talking, because obviously, uh, whatever's being influenced in some noise world, I guess some of these things can't watch you jack off or watch you grab your balls or read your mind or like clown you on every little thing you do. You know, so maybe there's people that are uh, influenced by just noise or something. Who knows? Anyways, um, yeah, I keep getting chest pains, and I'm sure they know my level of awareness. I'm sure they do, because like when it's real quiet, they're quiet, and but the whole time they're programming words to loop through my mouth over and over without me knowing. Like if I just go, I don't know how this like virtual shit, if they attach some shit in a virtual realm on some icon that's broadcasting as you somewhere and attach it to that, and then maybe the movements of your whatever trigger something on that, on a virtual fucking faggot ass fucking cartoon fucking thing. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is they know my level of awareness, and I've already caught another noise, um, reacting back, like talking as if it was me. And I was wondering why I would get like like when I'm thinking, and I'm in a daze. I'm in a daze just thinking, and something out of the blue. Look, who is he listening? He's listening. He's nosy. And no, I just accidentally like I don't know, held my breath, did something, and while I was thinking, something else was articulating my thoughts into words. And every time I'm thinking though is when when a remark or something that puts me in a bad light, or a question or some shit referring to me, uh, and then in my mind, I involuntarily think about it. Like, I'll answer the question in my mind involuntarily. Like, I'm just thinking, like, fuck. And it would always be quiet. Like, just, I don't know. And but something was articulating what I was thinking. Like, or even if I wasn't thinking, if I don't hear, like, if there's a question, hey, if this is the real thing, when, or whatever, and I don't hear the rest of it, but I don't know, I guess, like, to create some confirmation or something that they're talking to, but there's some other fucking dickhead reacting, answering back, and I think it does it constantly. Who knows? And but yet they keep telling me I have to learn what to do with my mouth, and if I can't hear what the fuck's going on, I mean, I don't want to hear it. When this shit first started, it was like torture. It was just, leave me alone, stop. All that shit got ignored, but any little thing I say or any little whatever I'm thinking of or something, they just jump all over it and accuse me of listening and being nosy or something. But maybe because this whole time I've been expressive and like creative or singing, musical or anything. I guess because it rubbed off on someone else who was pretending to be Sam. And while I'm some dickhead, or supposedly some asshole, I could be expressing myself as Samuel, and all of that would trickle down, supposedly, according to the suggestions, that they're the Samuel and they're expressing it or some shit. But they just keep antagonizing me over and over, and acting like they have amnesia, and then attack me again. And I yell and I get mad, and they just act like, what? How does, or whatever. They act shocked or some shit. And they know my level of awareness. And I mean, why do they act like they're talking to me then? And some other shit, probably talking back. But yet, well, Sammy, if you don't learn how to use never gonna do this over and over and over. Because my chest is hurt, starts to feel like it's burning, or my stomach. And they'll say something like, oh, they're giving that person cancer. And then I'll be looking at my Facebook. I'll go to my page, and it'll have my name there. Welcome, Samuel Les, welcome. And then some noise will be like, hey, we thought this was Danny. That says this person's name. Anyways, they don't give a fuck. And then so they're like heartlessly burning my stomach, like trying to give me cancer or some shit. And they just pretend like they're doing it to someone else, like one of their homies, supposedly. And that's the part that made me want to make this video, because they know my level of awareness, and they just antagonize me. And maybe I wasn't supposed to know or hear or something while they do this. Well, maybe they just like used me for something, like some sort of little like weapon or something, and then pretend like supposedly I'm like know something or learn something or whatever, but I didn't. I guess maybe supposedly some other impression learned something, and that impression is trying to punk me, like talking shit, like I'm some little bitch or something. And anyways, well, they just keep saying, we can do this over and over until you learn how to use, like I'm some bitch that needs to learn how to use my mouth for some impressions purpose. And these are the names and, like, I think voices of old friends of mine. Go figure. And so I guess this is their way of just like murdering someone, and then while I'm crying or yelling, that reroutes out of some piece of shit's fucking, I don't know, his position, his wherever that person is. And in between, they're programming or don't quote me, boy, because I like making that shit come out of my mouth. Like if I'm clowning the other version of myself, yelling and screaming, like if I'm some asshole talking shit, like bragging, like all that or something. And so yeah, just wanted to share that. Maybe it's my last video, I don't know, but they just keep doing it over and over, and they pretend like they're me and I'm some asshole, and they're constantly trying to summon something out of me, like some jinn or some shit. They keep, and they even make some shit come out of my mouth that asks people, like asks them, like will make some shit come out that literally like just supposedly asks them to summon something out of me or something, like if I'm asking for it, or they just a bunch of shit that makes them want to summon or extract something from me. And they always say that they do it. They'll mention, oh, how does it feel, man? We just took your thing, or we just took something from you. And then they're using it to attack me. Like if they're pretending like they're me inside of my body while I'm crying and screaming, they'll act like me and say that they're in trouble, and try to summon something, because while I'm emotional, like while I'm or whatever, and they'll like want to pull something, extract something out of me, like pretending to be me, like like it needs help, and then supposedly something pops up or whatever, and then they tell it that inside, while in my own body, they tell it that I'm someone that did something bad to them. So maybe they're the ones that did something bad to me, and I don't know, but they'll just pretend like they're me, and they tell this thing supposedly, I don't know, that's the impression, to attack me because I'm a bad person that did something to him, or like if I'm crying, or something, get away with, or something, and I'll start feeling like pain, and one of these noises would literally would tell. It sounded like it was telling it to actually give me to give my ass a heart attack or some shit, and I'll start feeling like some pain, and the cold part is that little noise that I think reacts as if it's me to smut me up or some dumb shit. It'll yell. It'll act like it's in pain. When I'm the one sitting here like, oh fuck. And so they yeah, pretty much have something like supposedly do that to me, and I don't know. I don't know what happens or anything, because like it'll fade away, but then come back again. And I don't know. I mean, just like these noises would say, like when I put things together in my head and I like figure out kind of just like blindly and lacking uh, all the details. They just say, "What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? What are you like?" Just like they're just like, "So what?" or something like that. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, "Wow, that's a good question. I will know what to do. I'll just make a video or something and just post it as just something to document, because I always forget stuff, but they don't. Everything all the epiphanies and brainstorming concepts that I come up with, that I articulate in my own unique way, that I'm fond of, I forget them. And I do that all the time. I come up with stuff based on what I'm thinking at the time, with cool stuff that impresses my own self. I'll be like, wow, feeling like wow, you know. I forget all of them. I forget. And songs and stuff that I like compose on the spot, um, I forget. Like it never happened. But I think something else doesn't. I think something else mm, has like a little journal or something, and has it all there as if it's his own portfolio, whoever it is. And I don't know. I wouldn't know what to think or how to react to that. And so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how ungrateful is that? I mean, they be in my head, and if they're pretending to be me, I don't know, they just bring up names of people, and I think about them, and they'll, why is he thinking of that person? And I forget that these are people I know, but if they're treating me like someone that's an asshole, maybe that's why they say, oh, why is he thinking about it? Like, as if, well, how does he know those people? But, I mean, why put that shit in someone's head to think about it? And then, whatever. And, just weird shit. Like, as if I'm I don't know, like, bee stings and asking people who they are, and just stuff like, um, now something knows what it sees in you or something. Weird little phrases that I have no fucking clue. And it starves my intellect. It starves it. It starves my curiosity. And for it to be going on in my head, and if something's like impersonating me or something, yet uh, treat me like some child molester, and telling people around me, or this fucking Tourette syndrome shit coming out, that salts me up somehow around people. Uh, I don't know, like my shit's burning right now, and they're probably acting like, oh, like I should be doing something or something, but fuck this bullshit. So yeah, I just thought I'd jot this down, document this. Um, I mean, I don't know what pleasure other people get in that type of realm or something, but anyways, I'm not gonna, why trip off things you never like experience. It's not like you'll miss something, or like get all jealous and shit, like, oh no, hey, me, or some shit. Not with the impressions that have been fucking just irritating the shit out of me. I sure in the fuck wouldn't get in line to go and hang around and be in the midst of some shit like that. So, a noise just said, "Say goodbye to your precious," just right now, like a distant, and wow, I'm feeling more pain right now. I'm feeling more pain. Maybe I should keep recording. Maybe this is where I kick the bucket or something. It's just sad that I know I don't deserve this. I know I don't deserve this shit. I didn't do anything wrong to these people, to the names of these people that keep swirling in my head, like a Danny, a Frank, a Richard, a Amber, other names that these impressions sound like they're probably talking to, or just to make me mad, like ex-girlfriends, my baby's mama, just, I don't know, maybe there's someone nosy pretending to be me and trying to talk to people, or like be all up in my business and probe my mind. Like they'll all, like, mentioning these names. Well, naturally I think of moments with them, and I just have a feeling they'll bring it up. Like if they have my voice or some shit, hey, remember the time, and like get people to believe that it's, I don't know, I assume. Anyways, what a sad moments. Not knowing how to just process some fucking heartless, just straight cruel ass shit. And I know I didn't do anything to deserve this. And I fight. However, in my own way, I fight it, because it just can't be. It just can't be. I refuse to. And after all these years, for these noises to say, oh, thank you, because, yeah, this piece of shit didn't have to defend himself, because the whole time, yeah, you sounded like him, and like you were defending him. Yeah, the pieces of that are like torturing me, like fucking me up or something. I don't know. So that would be cruel too. That would be fucked up. So yeah, I I'd be fighting, and I don't know. They just seem to point out here and there how, I don't know. They just have like these unique ways of making you feel like you don't exist, or you don't matter, or you ain't shit, or I don't know. Fuck. So while this shit be going on or whatever, I mean, like every day, if I'm eating food or talking to people, there's an urgency to like put me in check and force me. I mean, I don't do it. I mean, you can only open your mouth or close your mouth, but like, hey, like something, like, I don't know, maybe something did switch and change, or something, and just lay some shit on in my life, and other things think they're maybe talking to that person and they sound disappointed in that person or something. But no, because they just like I mentioned earlier, well, keep doing this to you, don't know how to use it. And I'm thinking to myself, well, then they just admitted that they're like murderers and are just gonna fucking keep doing this shit and fucking me up and or pretending like they're trying to confirm who I am. Is this really you or whatever? And as if they know me, like these names or something, like, oh, like they act like they're troubleshooting or some shit, like they want to help or something. But this seems like bullshit to me. And anyways, that's a long video. It was 26 minutes. So hopefully I didn't leave out anything.